I'm Go Via or Go Home. I'd like to welcome you back. We're in Brantford right now, and we're about to do a review on the Rapido -8 CN model. So let's take a look. So that's right. So my first loco here that is going to be of CN is a Rapido Trains -8 Prime Mover. Basically, I wanted to make sure that when I got a locomotive of a different road name than what I normally get, I wanted to make sure that it was going to be a good one. And after taking into a lot of consideration here that this is one of the first Rapido Trains locomotives that are under the wife approved pricing, because they wanted to put in as much detail but still keep the cost down. It was a last minute decision to actually put the ditch lights on. I'm really glad they did, because it does add a lot of detail, even though it's just a couple of little bulbs. But let's crack this thing open and take a look at which one I got. Okay, so starting off with the box, this is just a lid. I only have two hands, and it was very frustrating to get the lid off, but basically it comes wrapped in plastic. I've already removed that. And this is just the lid here. You've got Prime Movers by Rapido, a little bit of French there, and a really nice picture on the front of a -8. The zebra stripes. And what we've got here, it's the Canadian National North American scheme. It's number 2449. No specific reason why I picked this number, but I really did like the design down the side with the North American, not flag, but the outline of North America, the silhouette anyways. And I got DCC in sound with this one. Got mine from Otter Valley, and it was only $209 for the DCC and sound, so I'm pretty sure that they have the best price that I've seen, so that's why I get all my stuff from them. So taking a look here, you get your classic Rapido box here with the big foam insert. I'll remove that, and then let's see, so it looks like there's an operation manual. It's nothing extensive, nothing like what they usually have, where it's a big long book with, you know, the nice pictures and whatnot, but this will do. It's just a basic stop and start here. So let's see, and you get your exploded parts diagram, and that's a lot of parts as you can see. So if anything breaks or goes missing for some reason, things do happen, you have that as reference. You also get a decal sheet, just in case you need to put any extra decals on it. But I don't normally add to them. I just leave them the way they are. If I do go into it where I want to upgrade it a little bit, I definitely will, and I have the option. But I'll take a look at the locomotive. So there it is, 2449 with the North American there, and a couple little extra detail parts here. Not sure where those go. I'll have to take a look after. And pull it out of the insert. There you go. And you get the clear plastic sleeve. You remove it out a lot. There you go. And then get this plastic piece here with the foam to kind of hold it in place. And we'll remove it from that. There you go. All right, so let's move it over to the turntable. We'll take a look, and we'll talk about some of the features. Okay, so taking a look here at the CN-8, got a number of really nice features despite the low cost in the locomotive. So we've got the classic CN red, black, and white, the big CN logo on the sides, the front, and the rear of the locomotive. Got the North American silhouette or map on both the left and the right sides. Got the numbers for the locomotive on the side and rear, and you also have light up number boards on the front, which are below the cab, but you also have numbers on above the windows there. You also have a nice big one on the back, which is really nice. Most of the handrails here, they do feel plastic. They are kind of soft. It's okay though, they seem very intact. Got a number of grab irons as well. These are separately applied. Got a bunch on the back here, as you can see. And then as it comes around to the front, there is some both on the front of the locomotive, on the top of the hood, and on the side of the hood there. It's quite a bit of detail going down the side. See-through grills. And the top here, that's see-through as well. And that one's really nice. There is also windshield wipers. They are all straight up and down, so it does look kind of weird. I don't know if they could angle those a bit to maybe make it look a little bit more realistic. There's a lot of truck detail. This is a 6-axle locomotive, as you can see. Classic Rapido couplers. Snowplow on the front. There's no MU cables or anything like that, but they can obviously be added separately. It's not a big deal. Same thing with on the front there. There's a plow, but again, no MU hoses. There are ditch lights, and like I said, that was a last-minute decision to throw those on. I'm very glad that they did. Let's take a look at the underside of the locomotive. Okay, so taking a look at the underside of the locomotive, you'll see in the fuel tank here that there's a little trap door. Now normally if you get a DC only model, it's still DCC ready. All you have to do is pop that open. There you go. And then there's going to be, this one here has the DCC board in it, but all you would have to do in this case is just pop a DCC board in there, and then you just close it back up. That's really neat. If every locomotive was made like that, I'd have a lot easier time converting all my DC locomotives over to DCC. But you can see the truck detail is fairly nice still, not too extensive. Same thing with the back there. The light can pick it up. And on the top, there's no lift rings, but there's a couple of other fine details. And it's kind of a give and take with these, because you know, you don't want to pay a lot. They do have to cut some cost here to keep the cost down, but at the same time, you still want a great looking locomotive. Let's hear what it sounds like. Okay, so we've got our Dash 8 here on the tracks. We've got power to it, so we're just going to start it up now and see how she sounds. Now, Rapido did not want you to be fooled at all by the lower price. Everything that goes into these decoders, all the sounds and whatnot, they're still very much prototypical. Strictly, all they're leaving out is a little bit of detail to the actual shell of the locomotive. Maybe a little bit less in the truck detail, but these are things that I know a lot of people can get past in the long run, unless they're a hardcore rivet hunter, or rivet counter. Yeah, let's see what other sounds and whatnot that the locomotive has. Now, obviously F0 is going to be your headlight, but we're not going to look at that yet. We're going to listen to the bell first, which is the F1. Okay, then you've got your F2, which is your horn. You basically hold it down to make a longer sound. Okay. F3 is the full throttle option, which basically just means that when you turn it up, you hit the full throttle, and it gives the realistic look that it's actually pulling a heavier load. I hope I'm explaining that correctly, but I'm sure I can get into more of that later. F4 is the dynamic brake, and the F5 is the slow Doppler horn. So let's try that one. Very nice, very nice. So then your F6 is going to be your ditch lights. Again, we'll look at that in a minute. F7 is going to dim those headlights. F8 is to power on and power off the sound, so it's the startup, shutdown. Or you can even mute it. F9 is going to be your compressor. Everybody knows what that sounds like. F10 is the brake. Okay, so I wanted to check a couple of things here because it's saying that F11 is supposed to be the fast Doppler horn. When I've got my extended address on and I press what would be F11, which is 1, it does absolutely nothing. Now F12 would be a switching mode, which I, didn't really, not really going to try out here. It says that F14, which would be the number boards, but I can see by looking at the front here that they're already on, and even when I press it to turn it off, it doesn't do anything. So it says that there's nothing for 15, 16, 17, and 18, but take a look what I found. Now, I'm not sure if that's a really Canadian thing or not. It sounds familiar. I might be a little out of the loop with that. It almost sounds like the Hockey Night in Canada theme song. It's hard to say. I have no idea. But then we get into like F19, which is the slow Sarco valve, and then F20 is the fast one, and then F21 would be the after shutdown, and 22 is the brake set or release. So that's basically it for the standing still portion of this. Let's see if we can catch some movement and see what it sounds like when it's actually on the go, and we'll take a look at the headlights as well. Okay, so before we take off here, let's take a look at the headlight. There you go. And then, which was F0 by the way, which is always the same for most locomotives. And then ditch lights, which is F6. Nice, nice. That's cool to see. I'm glad they added those. So now let's get a roll in here. Okay, so lastly here, we're gonna shut her down. We're gonna turn off the ditch lights. We're gonna turn off the headlights, and then we're gonna shut her down. Oh, I thought it would have a cutout sequence. No, I think it just more or less just mutes it. That's weird. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. I think because normally it should wind down. It sounds like a compressor of some sort, but I'm not sure why it's doing that. Yeah, 'cause that turns it on, so it's weird. Alright guys, so that wraps up our review and overview of the CN-8 by Rapido. I just wanted to confirm for you guys, because I wanted to have a second look. The grab irons going down the sides here, and all the little ones up top, they're all metal, and it's just the front and the back stairway grab irons here, or the railways, that they're still plastic. So still be careful with them. Things do break easily. Nothing's broken here. I was lucky enough to get a good model that it's all intact. Everything sounds great. It sounds like a couple of the features are missing from the sound selection there. They'll probably have to work through it. I'll let you know. If you have any questions, you can drop it in the comment section below. Other than that, I've got a train to catch. Go VR, go CN. I'll see you next time.